Hello everybody, I'm back again. It's Monday morning here. I hope you've all had a lovely weekend, or you're having a lovely weekend right now. I didn't do anything on this over the weekend. I had other things that I needed to be doing. But I did have a play this morning. Like, it's still early now, but I have been playing and I forgot to kind of put the camera on. So I'll just show you what I did. I've just made a couple of little inserts. Now that's just a stitched page, and I'll probably do some stitching on the back of this as well. And on the other side of it, it's like a little open part like that. And I want to put a couple of, you know, those things with the string, like the inter-office mailing envelope type things that they have in offices. I want to make, but I don't have a small circle punch to cut small. I only have like an inch. I think it's even bigger than that, to be honest. I really must get a smaller one. This is 1 1/4 inch. See, that might be, let me have a look. Do I want to punch that? Yes, mine as well. Okay, I've got some scrap. Is that too big? Oh, no, that might be fine. We might just use that there. Okay, so something like that. I'll put something in the center, maybe. Yeah, I'll put something in the center as well, with a little bit of string or embroidery thread or something like that to seal it, so it's just like a little secret opening. And on the other side of where that is, which is where that is there, you turn the page and there's exactly the same thing there as well. Now, I don't know, I'm presuming that may have been done before, but I haven't seen it done like this. So I'm just going to put a little clip in here that I just showed how I did it. In fact, it's not hard at all. Let me just show you instead of redoing one completely. Okay, so it is just 2 pieces of A4 paper, okay, like that, folded in half like that, and then like that's brought in like that, that's brought in like that, slight gap in the middle there, and then fold one back like that. Okay, that's all you do. And then you put it, you do 2 of those exactly the same, like they're both folded exactly the same, but this one gets turned back like that, and this one doesn't. This one stays like this. And then you place this on top of this last fold here. So that will open like that and make a door on that side, and that will make the door on the other side. Okay, so 2 pieces of folder folded in half and then folded like that. One of those gets turned to the other side. Okay, that one just gets opened it up. That one gets placed there. That folds there to make a door, and you have a door on the other side. That's all I did for that. If somebody has seen that done before, let me know, because I haven't seen it. I don't even really know what to call it, but anyway, that's what I've put in that one. And I've put it in the 3rd signature as well. And then I made another little one in here. Here. And it's the same sort of thing, but it's smaller. I just used 1 piece of A4 paper here. I folded it in half like that. Okay. And then, what did I do? Oh, okay. I So there's our halfway mark there. Then I divided this into 3, so that is at 1 5/8, 3 3/4. So I've scored there, and then I have also scored at 9 5/8 as well. And that score line there gets folded over like that. This one here, at this second score line along, it gets folded over like that. There's our center line. That makes a little door type thing there. This is a fold, but all I've done is put a piece of washi tape down that fold. I've got my little cutting scalpel knife here. I've cut it 1 inch from each end, and then I've just used this, what is that called, crocodile, and put a little hole at the end there just to stop it ripping too much. And so that goes into the journal like that. So you've got this little tuck spot that you can put things in here, or you could stitch it down, totally up to you. And then on the other side you have another one of these little door openings, just, you know, just for a bit of interest. They're not necessary, but it's just for a little bit of interest in the journal. So that's all I've done. So I thought we'd do something else. So I still need to decorate these. I'll just pop that in there so I don't lose that. See, that sort of thing, I will go back and decorate that. I'm just thinking, what else do I want to be doing? All right, so I want to do some wavy stitching just on that part there, so it kind of flows. I won't do it here though, because I'll probably add, you know, something to that down the track. What do I want to do now? Alright, I'm not quite sure what to do next. I thought about punching some flowers, and I can do that down the track, but what I thought I would do is maybe glue some of these on in the signatures, these little stitched pieces. Now, I've made these for a few years. Lots of people have made these for a long time. Bonnie, who is Bonnie and Clive, actually uses these for little band-aids, which I thought was a wonderful idea. You know, sometimes you get a little rip in your page. She just cuts something like this up and sticks it on, which is really lovely. You can use washi tape for that sort of thing as well, which is something I've done. But the, you know, stitched pieces, lots and lots and lots of people have done it, and they're wonderful. In fact, I think there's a stamp now that has stitching on it. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can get a stamp and stamp it, and it looks really, really nice. Okay, let's just start at the first one and just have a look. These I've actually, I don't know if I've got it here, it's probably in my trolley. Another way to do them is just to do a whole page full as well. It could be in my trolley. You do a whole page and they're all stuck together, and you can just, every time you're like finished a project or starting a project and you've got a certain colour thread in them, just do some zigzags on a piece of paper and just leave it to the side, and then next time you've got a different thread in your machine, do a few pieces, and then you end up with a whole sheet, and you can rip it or cut it into strips when it's finished. And it's a wonderful idea. I haven't got one around here. I know I've done that before quite a few times. It's just that way you've got it hanging around. But like I said, I don't have all my stuff in one place, which is really annoying when you're working on paper stuff It just ends up everywhere. I need to spend some time, I think, and reorganize my craft room. Okay, so best way to start is just to start, isn't it? So I have to cut it. Is that 1 or 2? And then if I don't want a straight edge there, I'll just pick at it and I can put that there if I want to, or not. Go along. Do I want a bit here? No, because that's the same paper as that one. And I think that wouldn't really have the look I wanted it to look. This is slightly different to that. That might be a nice contrast to have. Put it down there, and I could add some lace underneath that if I wanted to. I could put it over here. It doesn't have to be on the edge of the paper, you know. It doesn't have to be there. You could put it there. You could put it on this side of the paper or there. Let's look for something with a bit more. That might be a good place for it. That might be a nice place for it. I could even, see that one's a bit sharp at that end too. I might just pick at that. Don't want it looking... Okay. I could have that there. That looks quite nice there. I might do that. And you can kind of go like that and just wrap up the edge a little bit there as well. Glue. Okay. I wonder if there's any left in here. I don't think there is. I think I've used all this. This was wonderful. This was a glue pen from Couture Creations. I really enjoyed using this, but I think it's... Oh no, there's a little bit left in there. We might use that. And I'll just run. I might even refill this pen with some tacky glue because I just like the way it applies things. Okay. So we'll put that there. I could have a little bit down there. Here, no. See, that's a heavier paper, so that could handle that sort of thing, but that's also the middle of my signature, so I might be better. I could put it like that if I wanted to. I could even have it sticking up a little bit there, which might be nice, and then I could continue around with a bit of stitching, which might be nice as well. So we'll put that there. These are just all thoughts. I'm not going to do all that right now. I like to try and do one thing at a time, perhaps. If I do that, make sure might move it down just a little bit more, so that glue's not sticking out on that side. Bend it. And so where the stitching finishes on that, I can continue around, and because that's actually straight stitch, zigzag and straight, I could do both stitches. That's it. Okay, so that will go in there. There's a piece. It's that yellow one. We put it on the yellow one before, but maybe we don't have to put it on the yellow one. Maybe we could just put it on the white side. That brings some of the tea stain paper onto the white, and I'll just give that a bit of a rougher rip around there and put that there. I have this blue here as well. Maybe I could, although that's very lightweight paper, you don't want to be putting anything too heavy on lightweight paper, so that will just be that one. And I'll add things to these as I'm making the journal. Okay, like that. Now it looks a bit grubby looking, doesn't it? Okay, so this is part of a plant book. I could also, I've never tried it with this particular glue, but I usually do it with a glue stick. Let's just get a glue stick out. What's this blue stick? Oh, that's heavy. Let's see how that works. And now this has also been around for years and years. Most things have. But I think I remember, oh, who was it? Referred to it as the stick and rip method. I'm trying to think. Years ago, say. Could have been Artie Mays. I can't remember though. It could have been. She does a lot of things, so. Okay, so I'm going to let that dry a little bit more before I start ripping it off, because glue stick actually takes a little while to dry properly. So we'll leave that there. We might put a bit down here as well, just to add. Try and get the writing, the same way. Okay, and I'll leave those to dry properly and then come back and rip them off. That's our little closure thing there. There. See, that one I can't use, but, okay. So these are scraps from a previous journal I made. They're not from this journal, but they have different papers that I've used, and you can use that sort of thing if you want to. Just, you know, you don't always get the opportunity to use all your scraps on one journal, but you can save them and use them up on another journal. So I could put that there, which would be nice. And I'm just going to lightly glue that there so I can add to it a little bit later. Kind of like that side better than that side though. Although that's got the ripping. Yeah. I'll put it that way. Ooh. Okay, just enough to stick it on there, like that. And this way, when I come back through at a later time, I can see that and add to it. And it doesn't have to be all the same all the time, because you get different ideas at different times. Like that, like that. I don't know what I'm going to do there, so we'll just go to the next signature. And like, you can add bits to the front here as well, which I fully intend to add more to the covers. See, that's a heavier one, so I can put a bit of this on there. I could put it down the bottom if I wanted to. Because not everything has to be a tuck or a pocket. But that's a nice weight paper, so it might be nice to have it like that. I've got all these scraps because I was doing a design project for my Helma glue on, when was it, on Friday, and using all these papers. So I've got them hanging around at the moment, so I will incorporate them. That might work. So if I glue that, I need to put the lid on that. Just okay. Where is it? I can put that on there. Do I want it stitched on though? No, it'll be fine. I might just do it across the bottom. Like that. Okay, let's just put that on for a minute so it doesn't dry out. Okay. It would have been nice down. Oh no, I might just put it up the top there, like that. Okay. Okay. And there's that. We'll make something for that later. What's this? I want to leave room for other things as well, so not everything has to have one of those bits on there. And a bag. Bags are quite flimsy, aren't they? Okay. It's got that there. Right. Like that. See, this is, I don't like that, but I could just, like Bonnie with her zigzag things, puts a band-aid. You can just use plain pieces as well. And I think that looks quite nice, just being a little piece added to the page. You don't have to have stitching on it. Just like a piece of washi tape or something, you can just put it on there and it actually looks all right, because it's a junk journal. Well, kind of a junk journal, you know. You can use what you want. So I'd prefer to have that there than that dark circle. So I'll leave that. Whoops. I might not be able to close the page just now. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Go through, add bits. That one there. I could add a bit here. Like, no. As long as I don't press hard on that, it should be all right. Just maybe a little one here, like that. we go. And there's that. Okay, so that's the second one. And then the third one. Be careful what I might not put something on that side. I've got that there. Oh, have I done that one? Oh, I've done that one. Okay, so it's that one, maybe it's this one. I haven't done. Have I done anything in here? I don't think I have I? Put something there. And I'm glad I started this just to sort of keep me doing something. Like when you're lost your mojo, so to speak, with crafting, if you've just got something to do, often it can trigger something else you want to do, which I'm hoping for. I did see, I don't like that. I wonder if I could, do I have something? I'm just wanting something that's got a rounded, no. What's that? I wonder if that will work. It's a jar. I just want a guide to sort of rip it. That might work. Okay. Just so it's ripped off. Now, I'm not a huge fan of having big ripped pages, but for something like that, I can do that. So that got rid of that, didn't it? And then that's really lightweight, that one. Okay, something on here. Did you hear the dog? It's almost like he was starting his engine up there. Maybe over here. Yeah, okay. Put it down there, maybe. There. Trying to think about something to talk about. There we go. Put that in there. That's just that. And that. I put one of those on there, didn't I? What about those there. And there's another thing. Where's that other bit? There it is that it? That'll do. Blue tack under my finger. Another little band-aid, as Bonnie calls them. You can do these in different colours and make like a feature out of them, you know, like a feature in themselves. Like if I was to, because, right, see how that has a totally different look to it. If I was to just do that and stick that there, it stands out so much that you would be able to make that like like an important notes could go on there, like even that side, because it's got two, but I've got a stripe kind of going through there, so you could put that there, or even see how that's all splodgy there. I could put that there, and then when you're journaling, it would stand out more. I might just do that. It would stand out more. And so you would put important things in there. You could stitch around it too if you wanted it to stand out even more, but I'm okay. I've already got stitching on that page. You could even, oh, do I have any here? Oh. You could even, if you wanted to, there we go, get a bit of tulle. I wonder if that fits. I love tulle. And stick that on there like that. I hope there's enough glue now, because there might not be. My hands are sticky. I'll get a bit of fabric glue for that one. Not quite enough glue on there to hold both, so I will put some fabric glue, and that will be very strong. I'll put that on. Like that. There we go. Okay. And you could stitch that. I don't want to stitch that, but then that could be, oh, look, I've got a patch there. I didn't even see that. It blended in so much. That's okay. I've got two patches on there now. Where's my, make sure, there we go. Okay, so we have two patches on there. I'm just trying to get it lined up a bit better with that fold. And I could also put a flower decorate it if I wanted to, but I'll come back to that anyway. Okay, let's see how these are. They're the first ones, aren't they? Maybe they're the second one, sorry. Those other ones I did. Where are they? Let's see if that works. Here we go. Hopefully it's dry. I know sometimes glue sticks take a little while to dry, so you just go like that. Okay. Okay. I could even put a bit more on there, couldn't I? Because that's more blank there. You have to, this is not the side you'll see, it's that side. No, this is the side. I was thinking it was the other way around. It's not, so I should have sort of put it that way, because that's the side that will be left. So I might just put a little bit more on that one. Okay, I don't know why that turned off. I just heard it beep and turn off, so hopefully it wasn't too long. There we go. So we'll put that there, and that looks nice there. I could even put a bit over here, so it, you know, maybe over that bit there. Okay, we'll do that. Let that dry. Okay. Okay, they should be dry by now, hopefully, so I'll just carefully take those off. And this one. If you're too vigorous with it, you might just end up ripping the whole thing off and not ending up with anything there. Okay, that's, I like that. I'll leave that like that, and then I'll go back to that other one. And I'm thinking that might be dry now too. This is a different paper. This is a lot older, so it actually, it's a softer, more brittle paper. And, sorry I'm not very chatty. Bit straight there. Alright. That's okay. Anything else? Oh, I can show you something I made. When did I make? On Friday. It's actually a design project for Helma, but I'm going to probably incorporate it with this particular project, this journal, so I might as well show you, and I think I'll put a link to the Helma blog so you can see it there. Where is it? Oh no, oh here it is, yeah. Okay, so this is, I've used some of the papers from Rose Avenue collection and also the provincial collection as well. So I just used some of the papers. The actual little booklet I made last month for my Helmar project. It is just a tab bound little booklet out of envelopes, and I followed a tutorial by 49 Dragonflies for that particular tab journal. These tab journals have been around for many, many years. My daughter used some, did a school project, and like she's 27 now. That's how long it's been around, and it was around before she even did that. So they've been around for a long time. But I did see this tutorial, and it was, you know, you forget things, don't you? So it was nice to come across that and remind me that those things are still there and, you know, people are using them. So it's just, these are all envelopes that I've covered because I didn't really have any pretty envelopes. So I just used plain ones, then covered them in these papers, and I'll probably add more to this as well, but this is just a nice little booklet that will go along with the journal, so I think that will be incorporated nicely. So my camera is flashing now, so that will be all for today, and hopefully I'll get inspired somehow to do more of this journal. I'm happy with the way it's turning out so far. I need inspiration. Bye.